Welcome to the briefing. I'm not here to tell you that you're going to be a millionaire. That depends entirely on you. What I am here to do is to share what I've learned in business through both success and failure. Today, we're going to challenge one of the most common beliefs in entrepreneurship. You've probably heard it before. You won't make money for the first few years. People say it casually, almost like it's a pre-written rule. It's like some unavoidable rite of passage. You struggle, you barely survive, you grind for years, and eventually, maybe, someday, the business works. But here's the problem. That belief doesn't just describe reality. It shapes it. Because if you expect struggle for years, you unconsciously build a business that delivers exactly that. In briefing one, we talked about cleaning your mental house, examining the beliefs you carry, and asking a simple question. Did I choose this belief or did I inherit it? Most entrepreneurs inherit their expectations about business from parents, from coworkers, from media, from stories about startups burning money for years. So before they even start, they already believe something important, that success takes a very long time. And that belief quietly influences every decision they make. How they price, how they sell, how confident they sound when talking to clients. Your internal beliefs shape your external outcomes. And this particular belief is one of the most expensive ones that people carry. Now, to be clear, there are businesses that take years to become profitable, but that's usually because of the way they start. Many entrepreneurs begin by building a structure before they've proven demand. They spend money on things like expensive equipment, office space, inventory, complicated systems, branding and marketing assets before the business has even produced a single dollar. So they begin the journey in a financial hole. And if you start in the red, it takes time to climb out. That's not an unavoidable reality. That's simply just one strategy, and often not the best one. There's another reason people struggle early, and it has nothing to do with strategy. It has to do with self-perception. When people first start offering a service, they feel like beginners, even if they've spent 10 years building skills in a career. The moment they step into entrepreneurship, something strange happens psychologically. They suddenly feel like they need permission. They feel like they have to prove themselves first. So they start pricing their work dramatically below its real value. Not because the market demands it, because their confidence demands it. And this creates a trap. When you underprice your work early, you don't just lose revenue, you create an anchor. Customers anchor their experience to the first price they see. So if you start cheap, that number becomes the reference point. And later, when you try to raise prices to something reasonable, the market pushes back. Because in their mind, the value is already defined. There's an even deeper issue. Underpricing sends a message, not just to the market, to yourself. It reinforces the internal belief that you are still figuring things out. And that belief shapes the energy that you bring to every conversation. Clients can feel uncertainty. Confidence is a part of value communication. And when it's missing, people hesitate to buy. This is where discomfort enters the conversation. Entrepreneurship is uncomfortable by nature. You're stepping into uncertainty. You're asking people to pay you. You're presenting value to the market. And that requires something that many people avoid: risk. Risk doesn't mean recklessness. It means trusting the set that you've already built. Think about the experience most people carry: 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 15 years of accumulated knowledge, problem solving, communication, technical expertise, industry understanding. Those years don't disappear the moment you become an entrepreneur. Many people have behaved as if they already did. And then they erase their own experience and they start from zero. The market doesn't see you that way. If you can solve a real problem for someone, your experience already has value. Charging appropriately requires something simple and difficult. The willingness to feel slightly uncomfortable. When you quote a price that truly reflects your skill, it may feel high the first time you say it out loud. Your brain might say, "Are you sure someone's going to pay that?" That voice is normal. It's the mind trying to protect you from rejection. You need to remember something. Entrepreneurship is not about convincing everyone. It's about connecting with the right customers. People who understand the value you bring. People who are actively searching for solutions. When you communicate your value clearly and price accordingly to the real market, you'll often discover something surprising. People are far more willing to pay for expertise than most beginners expect. So the real shift isn't complicated. It's a combination of two things. First, cleaning your mental house, removing those inherited beliefs about struggle and delay, which is part of growth. It's a never-ending process, and it does become a little easier over time. And second, allowing yourself to operate with the confidence your experience deserves, which means building a business that prioritizes revenue clarity from the beginning. Not years of wandering, not endless preparation, simple, structured movement towards the market. Ask better questions, communicate value clearly, and charge according to the skill that you've spent years building. The idea that business must struggle for years before making money is not a universal rule. It's usually the result of two things: inherited beliefs and weak pricing strategy. Once those change, entrepreneurs often discover something surprising. Revenue doesn't always take years. Sometimes it takes clarity and the willingness to move before you feel ready. Here's the problem that most people run into next. They understand the idea. They don't understand how to structure the first steps properly. That's exactly why I created the Sovereign Spark. Inside the program, we break down early stage of entrepreneurship into clear framework. You learn things like how to identify the real value of your skills, find the market that actually needs them, position your offer clearly, and build your first revenue pathway without wandering for years. Because entrepreneurship shouldn't feel like chaos. It should feel like strategy. So if you're ready to move from ideas into structure, you'll find the Sovereign Spark linked below. And if this briefing helped shift you the way that and the way that you think about business, make sure you subscribe, because the next briefing goes deeper into the strategies behind building something that actually scales. This has been the Sovereign Briefing number 2, and the strategy continues.